we're going to actually touch our last subject matter now because we have a few minutes to do so, and it concerns the auto bailouts. Take a look at it, okay? Because this whole notion about bailouts has been on the front page of many publications for some time now, and the big question is, what do we support? What do we not support? Because here we have this article, and Industry Minister Tony Clement, in this article that you just saw, Minister insists auto industry bailout, not money for nothing. He's actually promised to, quote, not flush Canada's money down the toilet. He's saying that when you look at our industry, the government has decided to give loans with major conditions attached. So it's not a case of just freebie money just being handed out. But on the other hand, here's the criticism of that particular statement. Kevin Gaudette of the Canadian Taxpayers Federation, he said, the government shouldn't be giving 1 red cent. In fact, Kevin Gaudette was part of On the Line. He was on our show not too long ago. And him, like many others, are saying, you're talking about a loan, but who says you're even going to get it back? And let's face it, that's a logical criticism as well. So where do you stand in the bailouts?
These are very difficult situations. I mean, the car industry, the domestic car industry has been in transition. Because it's met competition from the foreign car makers and that sort of thing. But in addition to that, so things were changing and they've been downsizing, they've been cutting back and that sort of thing. But then suddenly they're hit with this financial crisis, which really has got them floundering.
And that's the crux here.
That's the problem. You know, you want to, the change is inevitable, I think. You can either say, well, just stand back and let it happen.
And let it fall.
The trouble with that
which will worsen the economy.
So many people get so badly hit, you know, and the government has to do something to try and ease the transition. That's really what they're trying to do.
Now, Paul, I'm curious to hear what you're going to say. You're a capitalist, but at the same time, the economy is really bad right now. What would you support here?
I would support the economy, which is what you do when you allow capital to go to productive uses rather than to losing companies. If a thing is a proven loser, it's like a bonfire. You don't throw money into it and say, let's keep it burning a little longer.
Cut it loose?
So
Cut it loose.
You wouldn't do anything?
No, I would let it go through the natural bankruptcy process, and I'd let the companies that are strong...
The invisible hand approach.
You bet. Now the thing is, the government doesn't have money. It takes money from people who earn it. It redistributes money. It doesn't earn anything. It doesn't create anything of value. So all the government can do is take it from those who earn and spend it on those who don't.
Go ahead, George.
No, that's much too simplistic. I mean, government, you can argue about any particular expenditure, but government takes money and does things on our behalf, which we individuals cannot do for themselves.
Wait, that's false. I can invest in General Motors if I want to, but nobody wants to invest in General Motors because they're sane. They know that that thing's on the precipice of bankruptcy, and only an insane politician would take my money and spend it. They're taking it and spending it on GM because they know darned well I won't do it voluntarily.
Well, so in the meantime, you know, as the car industry, if you let the car industry collapse, you know, many thousands of people in Canada, the United States, are suddenly thrown out of work at the worst possible time. You're not going to do anything about that, eh? I'm just saying
I want the car industry to survive, and that's exactly why you have to let the failing companies fail. Yeah, I mean, Honda's not suffering like General Motors is.
You have to try and manage the transition, otherwise it's far too painful.
You're just spreading the pain around.
For too many people.
Your management is spreading the pain to those that are productive.
Just when this is heating up, our program has come to an end. See you again next time. I'm Christine Williams, and from all of us, thank you for watching.